Yo, what's up, y'all? Shout out to everybody that's been following my page on YouTube, SCREWVO channel. I want to talk about a short little video of Young Thug. Wallo tried to warn Young Thug about the gangster persona and time in prison. Let's go look for that video. It sucks to say that what Young Thug is going through, he's just a young, he's just a young thug, right? And a lot of us made mistakes when we're young. See me, I'm 39 years old. I'm about to be 40 years old. I grew up in New York City. I was born in China, first of all. Then I moved to New York City at 1988. I was 5 years old. Got into trouble hanging with the bad boys. I actually knew about China Mac's gang, Ghost Shadows. I actually got jumped by them when I was only 12 years old after school by some 16, 17-year-olds. And one of their names was Jeff. He had glasses. One of them name had a little ponytail by the name of Terry. And I don't know the other dude's name, right? But it was over a handball game. And I was just sitting down watching the game, and he just looked at me and stared at me. He's like, "What you looking at?" So I was like, I'm watching, I'm just watching playing ball, because my eyesight is kind of messed up, so it looks like I'm dogging, but I'm not. I'm just watching him play handball. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, I'm trying to learn how to play handball, but he took it differently. So he just walked up to me, him and his friends, and started punching me, kneeing me. I actually got a bruise on the back of my head still to this day, but I knew he was Ghost Shadows because people knew who he was and talking about him. So I never met China Mac, but I actually went to school with Jin. So I've never met no flying dragons neither, but I heard about these gangs and they were running the streets. But what I'm saying is, after I got jumped, kneed in the face, on the back of my head, punched, all I did was I got up and I was like shocked it happened, and then I just walked away like nothing happened. And they just stared at me like, this dude just, sometimes it's not about how hard you hit, it's about how hard you get hit. And that's the truth, man. It's all about how strong you are. You know what I'm saying? It's not just about how hard you can hit, because you can hit any weak person. But a person that could take punches by 2 to 3 men or gang members, shit, it's like I got jumped in the gang. You know how when you join a gang, you gotta what's that word? I can't even think of it right now. When you get jumped in the gang, you get your ass beat. And that's what happened to me, but I ain't joined no gang, and I never joined a gang, even though I knew a lot of gangs. When I got into trouble in New York City, by the time I'm 13 years old, my mom was like, "Hey, you gotta move out of here," because I was hanging with the bad boys. I was skipping school. I went to IS 131, Grand Street. You ask China Mac that, he gonna know about Grand Street for sure. And I knew some of them Grand Street boys. Anyways, Wallo warned Young Thug about the gangster persona, prison time. This video is so popular on my channel, man. I want to shout out everybody that followed me because of this video. We're going to observe this, and I'm going to give you my point of view right now.
First, then I did 20. I did 5 in the juvenile system. I did 20 in the penitentiary. And I went
so you really did more time in prison than you
ever
did on the earth.
On the earth. That's why a lot of times when some of y'all young niggas, when some of y'all young niggas in here that still be living that shit, I don't be talking to y'all on Instagram as some square ass, lame ass nigga. I'm talking to y'all as a nigga that been in a prison yard and see little young boy come in with his tattoos on his face, and he like, "Oh, G." I'm like, "What's up? You know Keisha? From where?" "They don't know, but that's your mom?" "Yeah." She said, "Could you call her?" "Call her." "Damn, yeah, he got a shooting." Then I go back, "Young boy, let me see your paperwork." He like, "Yeah, how much time?" Like, when I'm going home?
Shit.
2073.
Cease.
And now all the gangster shit gone. The homies gone. The bitch is gone. Ain't nobody. So when I'm on there, I'm speaking from a place of trying to get niggas some real game. Cause I'm gonna tell you some shit, Thug. It's lonely than a motherfucker in there.
Y'all see that, man? Y'all see Young Thug giggling, laughing. He did more time in jail than he lived on earth. You know what I'm saying? And you see his homeboys, they putting their head down, and they feeling bad because they know something's gonna happen. They know they did some wrong. When you feel guilty like that, you put your head down. you like, damn, I fucked up. And Young Thug, he trying to be that thug, like, I don't give a fuck. You know, he giggling, but then when you go to jail, that's when everybody changes. 90% of the people that go to jail, when they're in that check-in, I see most of them like, damn, I don't belong here. I don't belong here. Shit, I fucked up. Or, you know, they feel like they got possessed. And most of them were possessed. Most of them was drunk. You know, when you're drinking them spirits, you got evil spirits in you. You don't give a fuck. So when you're drunk, you do some things that is not in your control. You out of control. So when you end up in jail from those drugs, abusing whatever you abuse, when you start sobering up, you start to realize, damn, what did I do to myself? Because that food you eating is crap. You laying in bed next to people farting all over the place. You showering with a bunch of dudes. Some dudes is just whacking it off. You ain't got no girls to talk to except on the phone. Now you phone boning. And some of y'all turn feminine, you know what I'm saying? You don't get to wear what you want. You don't get to watch what you want. And you don't get to hang out when you want. So who the hell wants to live like that? Tell me, do y'all want to live like that? Y'all think acting gangster is so cool, breaking the rules until you end up locked up in jail or prison. Some of y'all be trying to text message me, fight China Mac because I'm speaking the truth. Some of those things that I'm saying is from another person that's teaching me. I'm just trying to reach out to y'all because some of y'all follow me and you might not have the connection to see that. I'm trying to offer you some knowledge, you know? Am I talking shit about China Mac, or is China Mac talking shit about somebody else? You know, for me to do that. Am I cloud chasing? What is he doing? It's cool when he do it, but it's not cool when I do it. See, there's a difference. The culture vulture shit is, Young Thug could be a culture vulture. You could be black in the hip hop culture and still be a vulture. This is what it is. A culture vulture is when you go into the culture, you benefit and make money off of it negatively, and then you don't put nothing back out to that community. Being China Mac, you know, he's promoting himself, fighting, beefing, and what does that do to his followers? It creates anger, it creates negativity, and you're making money like that. You go on a beef with Math Hoffa, what does that do? You screaming and shouting through people's ears while there's other important things to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Like the mass shooting. What are we gonna do about that? You were just trying to do the Asian hate, walk with me, they can't burn us all thing, and now you are over here arguing with another black person about what he should say or not on his channel. I would do this or I would do that. If I had somebody on my channel, I would not talk about what. Why don't you just focus on your channel and get somebody to come do a show with you? See, that's the problem. You too focused on somebody else's energy, and that's because he got a bigger following. So that's clout chasing. If your blind ass can't see that, then you use a motherfucking dick rider. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking shit. I'm talking truth. And you can't handle the truth. That's why you saying I'm talking shit. You can't deal with that shit because you fake yourself. You's a motherfucking liar. And you deserve to be in jail too. Why? Because you making the fucking community a mess. You make the community a mess, man. You think you this and that until you go to prison. You's a Young Thug too. Young Thug is dealing with this because he's ignorant. What does he say in his raps? What does he show? What is he doing to the community with his music? Everything negative. So does he deserve to go to prison or not? Come on, man. If he killed a couple of people over some drugs, dollars, he's, you know what I'm saying? You really, if he sold that to your mama, if he shot your mama, your dad, you don't think you deserve justice? And look at him. Young Thug's just giggly goo. Whatever Wallo said out of his experience as an OG went one ear and not the other ear. They don't care. Man, I'm just here to preach. You got to hear it from an Asian person's mouth, because sometimes I see the black culture, you know what I'm saying? A lot of them don't give a fuck about each other. So when they try to preach and teach, you don't want to hear the preacher. You want to hear the rapper. And a lot of rappers these days is not preaching good, and that's why most of these guys are getting shot, like P&B Rock, like Pop Smoke, like everybody else that's been getting popped. Them words manifest. So, look, man, they said 2073. Shh. You know how old he's gonna be? He's gonna be the same age as that Asian man doing the mass shooting. You don't want to be that old coming out of prison. As a millionaire, you a millionaire, and then you lose all of it. Oh man, that's the most horrible feeling you can ever feel. It's better to be not a millionaire and go to jail than to be living that life and then you got to lose it all and then you living in jail, because it's always that experience like, damn, I had it good. Oh man, I had a Mercedes. I don't want nothing lower now. I lost a Mercedes. Oh, then I got a Ferrari. I don't want a Mercedes. It's like every time you go up, it hurts more when you lose that compared to if you just had a Honda Civic or something, you know what I'm saying? A $3,000 car compared to a $100,000 car. Which one hurts more when you lose it? You got a homeless person and a rich person. They both go through a large tsunami. The whole place gets destroyed. Who hurts more? So y'all please don't act like no young thug. Be a grown, smart, wise man. Wise Lee, SCREWVO. I hope y'all like my channel. Shout out to everybody that's been following. Leave your likes, comments, and shares. I know it's a long video, but we had a long, good talk, and I really appreciate the love y'all giving out. Please be more positive to your community, because right now, they are watching you.